Please subscribe and share this video with your friends.
Welcome to the Dating Den. We have a very special dating den, the first time ever at the Dating Den, where you're seeing three people. Not only are you seeing Marni Batista and Christian Anderson, but today we have the star of Ignite Your Life with Dating with DDD, because right next to us, not only is she a gorgeous woman, but she's also, her name is Carolin Bennett.
The
first. not to be confused with the second or the third.
Exactly.
Carolin, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're happy you're here.
Thank you.
So you are about to jump into an exciting 90-day journey. Is this day one?
Day one.
Day one of Ignite Your Life, which pretty much means it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet of dating with dignity with Marni Batista, right?
Right.
So what are all the different things you're going to be doing over these next 90 days?
Well, I should probably defer to Marni. What are we doing?
What are they, Marni? Come on.
How are we
Come
doing?
into the Dating Den. Well, Carolin is, she took the D factor assessment, the dateability factor assessment, and we're going to go over her results, because we always start there to see really what unconscious thoughts, patterns, beliefs are leaking into your life. So we're going to start there. And then she's taking Breaking Free from Your Romantic Rut. Mm-hmm. She's going to take Beyond the Rut, an 8-week teleclass. We're going to do private coaching. We're going to do an intensive. And then she's going to have a culminating experience at our retreat in Malibu, which is the last weekend in May, Memorial Day weekend.
Yay.
So it's going to be all Marni and Carolin all the time.
All the time. All right, so
Very
you
cool.
sing it right from the beginning, and I assume we'll probably have an episode at the end of the 90 days.
Yes,
to
we
do,
will.
like, postmortem, or whatever it's called. what is
They
that thing? What do they call it?
Never mind.
The thing you do when you talk about it after you get done with a great
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
That thing, right?
Nothing. Okay.
All right, so since this is the Dating Den, we want to jump right into our own romantic ruts we always talk about here. And so, Carolin, what would you say in your dating history has been probably the one or two things that have been the big impediment that come up over and over again?
Definitely railroading right past men's disclaimer. I hear the disclaimer, I want what I want, and I just keep on rolling.
Okay, so for those of you who have not been playing along, what is the disclaimer?
The disclaimer is when a man, in one form or another, says, I am not into having a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you would hear that, what goes through your mind?
What do you mean? You just haven't been in a relationship with me. Yeah, but I can be
listening?
funny enough or fabulous enough that he will change his mind.
So you actually think that you can transform him. You hear like, this is not the right time for me, and in your mind you're thinking that's a challenge, or let me see if I can change him.
Yeah, I think so. I think a bit of that.
Interesting. Okay, so I know this because we've been, doing some preliminary work. So you were divorced, you got married really young, and was there a disclaimer in that relationship?
No.
No disclaimer.
No disclaimer.
Interesting.
Yeah, it might have been the golden one.
The
But I
golden.
was just too young.
Yeah.
You were, how old were you?
19.
Okay, and then you got divorced at
23.
23. And why did that one end?
I was too young. I was too ready to go out and
Woohoo
get the
it.
disclaimer.
Yeah.
She wanted more. She wanted some pain. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went out and you started dating, and tell us a little bit, like a couple, any long-term relationships?
All of them.
All of them.
Well, not all of them. Most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them about 4 years.
4 years. So
Yeah.
you are a long-term believer in changing a guy.
Yes. I commit.
But if there was 4-year relationships happening there, it wasn't like you were getting with some guy who said, I'm not ready for a relationship, because usually that would be a 3-month, 5-month, 6-month, maybe a
You
year
would think
thing.
I could introduce you to them, though, Christian.
These guys stuck around for 4 years,
Yeah.
even though they weren't ready for a relationship.
Yeah.
They were in a relationship for 4 years.
Yes.
Interesting.
yeah,
So
which
what
is
does that look like? Did you ever live together? Like, what happened? Like,
One I lived together, and actually the one that I lived with the guy I don't think I got the disclaimer, but we just wound up just not really fully being compatible.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say that was the first one right out of my marriage. Too.
Okay.
So no disclaimer right out of my marriage, and then series of disclaimers. So what did it look like?
yeah, what do they do that makes you feel like they're not into it, but you feel like...
They would act into it, and they would say something very incongruous. And so I would think, this is always my thing. Do you weigh the actions or the words? Actions, words, actions.
What do
wait,
you think about... Okay.
So wait, you're saying their actions were saying I'm in it,
Right.
but their words were saying I'm not.
Right.
Well,
What's your expert opinion on that one, my friend?
because
As you speak for men.
Right. Yeah. I think we men really enjoy female companionship. So obviously these men were attracted to you. They enjoyed your presence. They enjoyed your energy. And they enjoyed being around you, taking you out. However, were they really ready to jump into some kind of commitment? And a lot of times it has nothing to do with you, has everything to do with them. And the answer was probably a big no. So they knew like their maturity wasn't there yet for them to say, you know what, I am ready. I've done all this other stuff I need to do on the side. I need to take care of my business. I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of my own emotional stuff. And now I'm ready to really commit. They weren't there yet. However, they found a great gal. They're attracted to you. They enjoy your presence. It's this Friday night. They want to go out with you. And they're kind of playing this ping pong match. And so they're constantly going to be using a verbal disclaimer to say, listen, don't get too attached. I know I'm not there. I enjoy this. I will have great sex with you. I will take you out for a great meal. I will make you a meal. I will rent the girlfriend. However,
the rent-a-girlfriend.
And I know this sounds terrible. It sounds like it's a bad thing. But you kind of got the good rent-a-girlfriend thing. That these guys are genuinely really into you, but they knew in their hearts they're not ready for that. So they're kind of doing this dance because it really freaks them out if they did go into that commitment.
Right. Thing. I call it they want boyfriend privileges they want girlfriend privileges without boyfriend responsibilities.
Right. And what I'm interested to know is that since this went for 4 years, where was the detachment? Like, how could you tell that this wasn't a full-blown relationship in a way? Were they constantly always doing this dance where 1 foot in, 1 foot out?
Yes.
And how did that look?
How did that look?
Or sound?
I don't know. How did it sound?
Just constant disclaimers?
Just constant disclaimers, really. Yeah.
Saying, really, well, how would those disclaimers
It would
sound?
go something like this.
There we go.
My God, it's been 3 years. Really? On my part. And then giving me some version of, I've been telling you. This isn't going all the way.
So they constantly say, this is not going to a marriage.
Right.
This is not this. Okay.
Well, that's weird because I met your parents. We've done that. Check.
Oh.
I'm so confused.
You were so confused. Okay,
I was so confused.
So you did that. You exited. Were they all like really horrible, like painful breakups?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So then you got into a relationship 5 years ago.
Yes.
With your partner, your domestic partner.
Yes.
Your SO, your significant other. And just to bring everyone up to speed, he issued a disclaimer. You're not married.
Right.
And you have 2 kids.
Correct.
Okay. So you're kind of doing Ignite Your Life. One of the big questions is, should I stay or should I go?
Right.
What do you think?
Well,
just on what's in the top of your mind?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you figure out exactly what you want in that relationship, and if he can't, this work you're gonna do with Marni, you're gonna figure out, I think, what your non-negotiables are, what you really want in a relationship, what you really want in a man, and you figure out, are we just gonna have a great partnership to raise these children, and think about them because your decisions are now going to also be based around them, or from a romantic standpoint. Are we really a match? And if you're not, then you just call a spade. And you're probably going to figure that out over the next 90 days.
Okay, wait, I have a question. I didn't interrupt you. Because when you said that, she made a little face. Like,
I'm a little fearful of that.
That you're not a match?
Yeah.
Well, you got 90 days to figure it out. You're in good hands.
And we start now.
Yeah.
And the clock.
You don't have to make the decision tonight.
No rush.
No rush.
You don't have to make that decision tonight. But I think with all the work you're doing right now, it's gonna be pretty obvious. But I think a big thing to keep in mind is compatibility. If you guys have great compatibility, you guys are running a great home. If you guys are raising great children, that goes into it as well. And you kind of get a give and take with romance, with partnership, with being the CEO of this corporation you guys have now, which is your family.
Right.
There's a lot at play here. It's not as easy or simple, not as easy, but just as simple as some other ones. But you're in great hands. So, but I think the biggest thing comes down to those bullet points, are we a good match? And then you go from there. So, I know what's not a match is a clock on the wall because we're going way over. So we better keep on moving. Stay tuned because there'll be some dating dens in the future where I'm sure you'll be back on here before the 90 days is all up and we'll be doing some check-ins, which I'm excited.
Sounds good.
And you have the best teeth, I think, in the whole wide world. Carolin has an incredible set of teeth. but also a very brave heart and extremely courageous. So I really adore your courage for this, and I'm very excited for you, and you're in wonderful hands.
Thank you.
So if you want to follow Carolin, go to datingwithdignity.com every day. She is going to be putting up a video chronicling her journey. She's going to be blogging twice a week, lots of fun stuff, and it's going to be all Carolin all the time. So 90 days, ignite your life. Join us. Thanks, Christian.
Thank you.
How's my teeth?
Incredible. Yours, it's like commercial time.